Hello everyone and welcome to a new project here on my channel. Welcome to Overboard, which is, as far as I know, a visual novel with choices that matter. And this time we got face cam. So now you can see my ugly face. If you were wondering about Pokemon Fire Red Randomizer Nuzlocke, that is still going on. This is just gonna kind of be something I do in between episodes of that. So let's get into it. Welcome to Overboard. Midnight, July 3rd, 1935, aboard the SS Hook bound for New York. Villainized depart for America. Former starlet Veronica Villainay set sail for New York, accompanied by husband Malcolm. The pair, once dubbed a charmed couple, are now rumored to be in dire financial straits after a string of poor investments. Here's to luck in America, lovebirds. I think this takes place in like 1910s.
We stood together at the rail, Malcolm and I. I told him I could see dolphins playing in the wake of the boat. He leant over to see them.
Give me a second here. Where is it? There it is. There we go. Just a little further, dear.
So I grabbed him by the belt.
Now.
And I threw him overboard.
Yeah, it's alright. Any reason why? I like how there's voice acting in this. That means I don't have to voice act everything. I don't have to talk as much. Which gives me more time to drink my Arnold Palmer. Overboard! Alright, so as far as I know, this is like a murder mystery where you play as the killer. Malcolm, darling, I had the strangest dream. Malcolm? Oh. He's gone. Really gone. Marvelous. Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Villainay. But is everything alright? What should I say? Who's there? Who's there? Steward, ma'am. What do you want? The captain says we put into Liberty Island at 4 p.m. and breakfast is still being served, ma'am, but only until 9 o'clock. Damn it, Veronica, you overslept. Manly. Thank you, steward. I'll just say thank you. Thank you, steward. Very good, ma'am. Alright, Veronica. Be calm. Act natural. Maybe no one saw anything. You can adjust text animation speeds in the pause menu. Alright, I think this is... I'm actually going to slow it down a little so I can... Animation... Yeah, we'll turn that down a little so I have more time to read it. Let's look around the cabin. Bathroom. I catch a glimpse of my reflection in the mirror as I slip into the bathroom. And look away quiet. Or quickly look at... can I go back? Nope. Okay. We're never going to know what that says. Oh, crap. The tablets. Sleeping tablets. Strong ones. Ah, Veronica's little helpers. It's a wonder I woke up at all. Read the label. For treatment of severe insomnia as result of mental distress. Side effects: drowsiness, short-term memory loss, irritability, aggressive outbursts, increased libido. Oh, you're a full house, Veronica. Or rather, a royal flush. Pocket him. Leave the bathroom. Hurry back out into into the cabin. Let's leave. Alright, so we have until 4 p.m. I believe, and it's 8:30 right now. Ship, can I... Oh no, I actually went there. Okay. I thought I could ring it. The ship's bell hangs by the bridge. It sounded when someone goes overboard. If I ring this bell, then everyone will know Malcolm's gone. So I'd better have my story straight. Go below deck. Or not. Okay. The aft cabins belong to Subedar Major Singe and Clarissa Turpentine. There's quite a view from the bridge. Maybe I can ask for guidance from a higher power. A quiet room where the men play cards. My ice machine's going off again. The restaurant will stop serving before I get there. Well, that's fine. We don't need food. Food's for the weak. It was dark when I pushed him. Did I leave a trace? Yeah, we should probably go check that. 1935, that's when it takes place. Didn't notice that until now. I make my way to the upper deck, but not quickly enough. Ah, Mrs. Villain's Eye. It's Mr. Carstairs, a young Englishman. Damn fine day, what? Good morning, Mr. Carstairs. Are you up here looking for your diamond, by any chance? I found it lying here on the deck, like the bally fish just now. Lucky thing I did, too. Might have flopped back into the sea. Look. Flopped? That's not my earring. Goodness, you're right. I hadn't realized it was missing. You should be more careful, old fruit. Did you just call me an old fruit? Excuse me? You're so right, but I didn't drop it here. Malcolm would have been furious. If he'd seen me without them, I mean. Oh? Your husband hasn't seen you today? No, he's missing. I mean, he didn't notice. He's not very observant. No, I've noticed that about him, too. Shall we take a turn around the deck? Let's. Will there be another war? Spoiler alert, there will be. Has to be. The man in Germany, he can't be allowed to carry on. It just can't be allowed. I just don't know how long we have to wait before we do something. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. When did Britain enter World War II? Hey, 4 years. That's how long you have to wait. Excuse me. I have cat hairs in my mouth and it's real gross. I just don't know how long we have to wait before we do something. Will you fight? Me? Oh, goodness me, no. I wouldn't know which end of a gun was the loud one. Where's your husband this morning, Mrs. Villain's Eye? Why do you ask? Oh, it's not a big thing. Just a small matter I wanted to settle with him. Before we disembarked and all said our goodbyes. If I see him, I'll tell him. If? When? I mean when. Of course. I deposit Mr. Carstairs at the top of the stairs a short while later. I wonder how it got here. You came up on the deck after me. Quite a mystery, don't you think? You're asking too many questions. Good day to you, Mrs. Valensai. Pocket both earrings. There, that's better. I'm standing by the rail as Lady H swans by. Veronica, dear, are you quite well? You look awful. So do you. My husband is missing. Oh, do I? Simply dreadful. Too many late nights, I suppose. And how is that charming husband of yours this morning? He's not that charming. They never are once you marry them, you know. I find offense to that. Men find it terribly tiring to be polite, I find. Are you married? I was, a long time ago now, of course. That poor sausage popped several years back. I was the younger woman once, you know. We missed you at breakfast, dear. Everyone was very worried. Oh, I'm fine. Not worried about you, the other girl. Clarissa Turpentine, was it? Was in absolute floods of tears. She looked like leaking cistern. We thought you might be able to talk some sense into her. I should go and see her then. I should go and see her. If you think you can help. Honestly, I think that girl needs a good seeing to. By a therapist, I mean. Everyone should go see a therapist. Toodles! She pulls off the string of the rosary beads from her pocket as she strides away. Go below. As I leave the rail, I look up. There's a clear view from the bridge up on the upper deck. To see the bridge officer on duty looking back at me. Okay? Alright. Clarissa was crying. So, is this where she was? Yeah. So we'll go here and talk to Clarissa. The aft cabins belonged to the Major and Miss Clarissa Turpentine. There was sobbing coming from a nearby cabin. Clarissa's door. Knocked on Clarissa's door. Clarissa? You're in there? Go away! Clarissa, let me in. You witch! I never want to see you again. I know what you did to him. I know. Clarissa, that's enough. Stop this unsightly performance right now. You are heartless. Absolutely heartless. No wonder he did what he did. What did Malcolm do, Clarissa? Please tell me. Go away. He didn't sing to you, did he? Did he hurt you? What? No. It was you. Me. You hurt him. Go away. Please, you're driving me crazy. She collapses into floods of tears again, enough to spoil her bedsheets. Maybe she didn't see anything after all. Alright, well, she doesn't want to talk to me, so let's leave. We can go to the bridge. To reach the bridge, you climb a metal ladder from the upper deck. It's a terrible idea. The masterful Commander Anders is at the wheel. On a hook inside the bridge is a key with a bright red fob. Wave to Anders. Commander! Mrs. Villain's Eye. Come in. The bridge isn't empty. There's a few duty officers about. And how are you faring this morning, Mrs. Villain's Eye? Well enough. Have you been up here before? Never, I think. The view is quite impressive. Yes, indeed. The upper deck seems a long way down, doesn't it? No one there, of course. No one there now, of course. Do you know, I was on watch here last night. Oh? Yes? That's right. Was quite a night. Light breeze, no fog. Uh-oh. Relatively good visibility. You saw something on the upper deck? Very clearly. You and your husband like to take air at night. Take the air at night. But did you know that you're not the only ones who do that? Lady Armstrong also takes a stroll about that time. Does she? She does. Now, Mrs. Villain's Eye, I should perhaps return to my duties. Thank you for showing me the bridge, Mr. Anders. Perhaps you could show me more later? I would like that very much. Good day, Mrs. Villain's Eye. You're quickly finding out that I'm not able to read. Anders opens the door to the bridge and heads down the ladder, leaving the officers in charge. He takes the key from the bridge with him. Doing my rounds. Head back down. I make my way back down the ladder. Can I just jump overboard? Lady H and Mr. Carstairs. Let's go to the chapel. The small chapel is tucked into the very bottom of the boat. I fall down on my knees and bow my head. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom, something something heaven.
That's what you've got? This is schoolgirl stuff. What do you want?
Well, God, I need some advice.
You need my advice? You need a lot more than that, young lady. But go on. Spit it out.
Forgive me? Not a chance. Go take a hike. I'm tired of you. Okay, then. Well, it seems like God is not on our side. Let's go to the restaurant. I don't think I've been here yet. Lady H is sitting by herself at one of the tables. May I join you, Lady H? Of course, dear. A drink? Thank you. Steward, 2 martinis, please. Make mine filthy. Yes, ma'am. Will you stay in America, do you think?
This time, I think maybe this time I will. England has too many memories in it now. She killed her husband. And quite honestly, too many diseases. She killed her husband. Lady H sniffs and looks away. She killed her husband. Here you are, ma'am, just as you like it. So did. Thank you very much. Did I see you out on the deck last night? Taking a starlight stroll? Oh yes, I always do. Not much to see, of course, but I heard something, though. Heard what? A great big splash. I think someone threw a chair overboard. How strange. Isn't it? Here you are, Mrs. Villain's Eye, straight up with a twist. Lady H takes a sip of her disgusting drink. Chin chin. Cheers. Your very good health. I take a sip and Lady H sips hers. Here's to you and that lovely husband of yours, anyway. Oh, he's not that lovely. He's dead. What? Well then, dear, can I have him? I may have backed myself into a corner. No, as it happens, you can't. Suit yourself. Oh my god, I can't... And really, do that. And really do. That's my advice. Finish my drink and go. I need to be going now. I can't believe I got out of that. I lift my glass and drain it. Goodbye, Mrs. Villain's Eye. Nice to talk to you. Do make sure you enjoy your life. Don't waste it, alright? Thank you, Lady H. Alright. We haven't been to the smoking room yet. The smoking room is a stuffy place tucked into the back of the boat. Seated in a heavy chair is a man with an enormous walrus mustache. Michael Bolton? Carstairs is down here too, quietly smoking.
Good day to you, Mrs. Villain's Eye.
He salutes.
I've been stuck aboard this tug for a week, but I don't believe we've had the pleasure. My name is Subadar Major Subject Singh of the 4th Sinks. Retired, obviously. At your service.
I apologize for butchering those names. Veronica Villain's Eye.
Oh, I know who you are. Chaps talk about their wives. And not very complimentary, I'm afraid.
That's true. That's rather true, I'm afraid. I'm afraid. Yeah, okay. Can you, what did he say?
I fear I may prove rather more discreet than your husband was. My apologies.
Make conversation. How long were you in the army?
Still am in the army, Matt.
You said you were retired.
It's life's work. Our soldiers only fade away, if you recall. Old soldiers only fade away.
Where were you stationed?
Egypt, Mesopotamia, wherever they needed our steel. Oh, Egypt, Mesopotamia.
What's in America for you, Major?
My old friend Pitts. We fought together Egypt 20 years ago. He's only got one eye.
The Millennium Eye.
I'm afraid he's quite a monster.
What happened to his other eye?
One shouldn't ask a soldier a question like that. The answer is almost always terribly boring. What about you?
Well, I have both my eyes.
What takes you across the ocean?
Change of scenery. That's all. England can be so drab.
Then I wish you every success.
I'm not even gonna try.
They say the wide open spaces of America are truly wide.
Depends on where you are. It sounds wonderful.
A bit of space never hurt anyone.
Especially these times. Stop talking to the Major. Very good then.
Yes, ma'am. Have either of you spoken to Lady H this fine morning?
I have.
Did she tell you her theory?
A theory? What kind of theory?
Lady Armstrong told me this morning that she is quite certain, quite convinced in fact, that the boat is sinking.
Sinking? Her head must be spinning. I'm gonna go find a life jacket. Her head must be spinning.
Ha! Perhaps that is. But my advice, keep an eye on the horizon. Check that is still horizontal.
Let's leave. I'll be going now. That. I apologize. Let's go try to talk to Clarissa again. Clarissa's door. Knock on the door again. Clarissa? What do you want? Meet me on the upper deck. Why? It's important. Trust me. I hate you. Duck out of sight. I quickly duck down behind a potted plant. A few minutes pass by. Then Clarissa steps out and hurries up the passageway. She's gone. Step away. Leave. Okay, so now she should be on the upper deck. So let's go talk to her. I go back to the upper rail, and there she is. Well, you wanted to talk to me? Out with it. I can see you're upset. You need to get some more sleep and try and calm down. Don't patronize me. I saw him fall, Veronica. Uh-oh. Last night. It was horrible. I was in my bunk just writing something. And looked up. And he shot past the porthole in front of me. I'm trying not to laugh really hard. You can't have seen him. It was dark outside. The glass would have reflected your cabin. I know what I saw. And you know too. I can tell from your face that you know. Is that your porthole down there? Was this where he was standing? Maybe, I'm not sure. She leans out to sea. I glance up towards the bridge. I think I can see Anders at the wheel. Is it your cabin? Maybe, I'm not sure. lean a bit further and check. It's so far down. That isn't your porthole. It has to be. I saw him. I did see him. He was alive this morning. He went for a walk before breakfast and never came back. But how is that possible? You two were in love. You were thinking of him. Maybe you're right. I was so sure. But I couldn't have seen him, you're right. Wait, I see dolphins! Goodbye, Clarissa. Goodbye. And with that, Clarissa runs away, sobbing out her little heart. Let's wait by the rail. 15 minutes idle by. Somewhere hundreds of miles away across the water is Britain. Miserable little Britain with its hunger marches, its children with tuberculosis, its grown men begging to be turned into dogs of the state. I had crawled up and out of it. No, I would never go back. Let's move on. Let's see, where... I can't tell who's who. Is that Lady H? Let's go to the bridge. Where is she? She is down here. Let's go talk to her. Let her know that we talked to Clarissa. The forward cabins are occupied by Carstairs on one side and Lady H on the other. Anders appears from around a corner. There you are. We're needed in the restaurant now. Why? Please, I don't want to drag you. But it will look very suspicious if you don't come. Uh-oh. I just wanted to know why. In the restaurant, Lady H, Carstairs, and the Major are soon gathered. Clarissa Turpentine is standing apart, still sniffling. Anders walks me in on one side. Oh, okay.
Thank you all for coming. I apologize for gathering you all here, and it is most unusual. But I believe something unusual has indeed occurred. Mrs. Villanseye? Malcolm Villanseye isn't with you.
Tell them, Veronica. He was with me this morning. Respectfully, ma'am. The bed in your cabin has not been slept in. Uh-oh. The maid saw. I saw this for myself also. Perhaps you might have slept on the chase instead? But Mr. Villanseye, he did not. I was so sure he was with me. But perhaps it was a dream?
The point is something has become of Mr. Villanseye. So what has happened?
I'll tell you what happened. I saw him fall into... We convinced you otherwise. I should have pushed her out with the dolphins. Last night he fell past my window as I looked out. I know you don't want to believe it, Veronica. But it's what I saw. He reached out to me like a ghost. Something on your conscience? Isn't there something on yours? You know. Of course, one doesn't like to gossip. I forgot what voice I did for her. But Malcolm Villanseye was on the upper deck last night. And he wasn't alone. Clarissa was with him. Was she? It must have been Clarissa. Taking a moonlit stroll with my husband. I'm sorry, Mrs. Valensai, but I found your earring there just this morning. I mean, it was your earring, wasn't it? Of course it was. Then you must have been up there last night. I was up there much earlier. The weather yesterday was terrible until nightfall. Surely you remember. No, I don't.
I rather think there's an obvious conclusion.
Wait, there's more. As I went below, there was a splash. What kind of splash? A heavy splash. I thought there was something falling off the boat until all of this.
Mrs. Valensai, you lied about not visiting the upper deck. You lied about your husband's whereabouts this morning. Can you explain yourself?
I'm innocent. I didn't do anything.
So, what happened?
Clarissa killed him. Let's try to pin it on her. She loved him and couldn't have him. You dog, you beastly dog. Enough, ladies, don't fight. No one thinks you did anything to hurt Mr. Valensai, Mrs. Turpentine. Oh, thank you, Commander.
I must advise the captain about that Malcolm Valensai committed suicide last night.
Stop. Are you forgetting something?
I don't think so, no.
Not you, Major. Him. Me, Lady Armstrong? That's right, Commander. You were up on the bridge last night. With your binoculars. You must have seen exactly what happened.
Commander?
Well, Major, I have been intending to discuss this matter discreetly with the captain himself. But since you've forced me into speaking publicly... It was dark on deck, surely. You can't have seen anything. The moon was quite bright, ma'am. Quite enough to see the upper deck. I saw Mrs. Valensai on the deck last night. And I saw something fall off the ship. I knew it. I have a nose for these things. Say nothing. My God, you really killed him. I didn't. I swear I didn't. I can tell that you're lying. You're a terrible actress. Oh yeah, she's an actress. But I can see the truth in your eyes. I knew deep down, but I still don't want to believe it.
Mrs. Valensai, there are coincidences. They are much too much. They are too much. I have no choice but to treat this as a murder.
Mrs. Valensai, please come with me. The commander drags me by the arm out of the restaurant. Oh, there's a tornado in my area. Neat. That's actually really weird for northern Wisconsin. I don't think there's going to be an actual tornado, though, so I should be fine. We live in, like, a forested area, so... I thought you loved me, Anders. I had dreams. You're very fine, Veronica Valensai, but not fine enough to hang for. Just come with me. You better stay in your cabin until we dock. Mrs. Valentine. That's me. Perhaps you've heard of me. It says Mrs. Valentine on the form. Welcome to America, Mrs. Valentine. Enjoy your stay. Land of the free, right? Freedom comes with consequences, miss. That's what my mom taught me. Mama's boy. In you go now. The time is not actually 7 hours and 51 minutes. It's close to 40, but that's like in-game time, but... Well, that's too bad. Thank you all so much for watching this. Maybe there'll be another one in the future. I don't know. So I'll see you all next time. See ya.